And so, of course, that brings us to virtual backgrounds because, look, I understand it. We can't always show our backgrounds. There's good reasons why we're not going to show our backgrounds. I totally get it. And you want to do a virtual background. Good for you. I'm all for it. But look, here's what I notice about virtual backgrounds. Sometimes they're just a blurriness. And then the brain goes, well, insufficient data, default to a negative. Where are they? What don't they want to show me? What's going on there? I mean, if they're keeping their background a secret, what else are they keeping a secret from me? What's really going on back there, and what's really going on in the office as well, behind the scenes? What's going on in their mind? What's going on in the leadership? When insufficient data, we default to negatives, and if we don't know what's going on, we project a general sense of negativity. And so what's the solution around this? Well, look, if I need to blur my background, here's what I'm going to say at the start of a meeting. Hey, look, so I'm in my home office right now, and I've blurred the background because I want us to really focus on the content we're looking at today. I want us to really focus on the meeting, or I really want to focus on the points you need to make to me today so we can get all of those resolved. Get the idea? If I can tell you that the background is blurred for your benefit, for the idea of focus, you're okay with it. If I can give you a reason for the blurry background, your brain goes, okay, that's great, I'm in on this. But what do we do if we don't want a blurry background and we want to have some kind of virtual background? What are the opportunities there? Let's take a look at that. Well, for a start, how about just meeting in your usual location, regardless of where you are? Look, I can put up a virtual background of my work from home office. See? It's not real. It's a pretend one. And as long as I'm really happy with that background, why not show up there wherever I am in the world, regardless of whether I'm in my home office or not? Why not just always have a set background that I'm delighted by and others are as well? But look, there's plenty of other opportunities as well. Let me show you those. Well, look, here's a little bit of an example of maybe where not to be. I mean, it's a beautiful looking beach and that palm tree waving in the background looks fantastic. But ultimately, you and I have never been to this particular beach, and everybody keeps showing up in it. And the movement is distracting, essentially. You want to be the focus. It's not really connected to you, and it draws focus away from you and your relationship. Much better place to be is here. It's a still image for a start, but let me tell you about this. This is the Mauna Kea beach in Hawaii, and it's one of my favorite beaches in the world. And I thought today we'd meet here because it's great to get that feeling of getting out in the sun and enjoying somewhere that you really, really love. I really, really love this place. I haven't been there for many, many years. I really miss it. And I wonder, what are you missing at the moment? Where have you not been able to get to most recently? Where's one of your favorite places in the world? If you can meet virtually in one of your favorite places, it's a great way to connect to others and ask them about their favorite places. Look, I'm not suggesting it has to be a beach, but can you have a background that really connects to you in some way? It shows off your values, or certainly displays your values, what's most important to you. In that way, because you're being brave and displaying what's important to you, others might be a little bit braver and connect with you by telling you or showing you what's most important to them. Here's another example of a background that can do exactly that. So here we are. Thanks for joining me. I thought we'd have our meeting today right next to the Parliament Clock Tower, or what often people call Big Ben, Palace of Westminster. You probably heard from my accent, or recognizing from my accent, that originally I'm from the UK, actually London. And so, when I'm next to this building, it just gives me a huge thrill, even though there are some dark, rainy clouds in the sky, which are classically London, classically British. It feels like a great day every time I'm next to these. So thanks for joining me here again. Tells you a little bit about my background, tells you what's important to me, tells you what I'm connected with, and potentially makes a connection with you, because now we're in very much the same world of legislation, of government, of, those icons that of governance. So I hope that's given you a few little ideas there of how you can use a virtual background to not disconnect with people, but actually connect with them further by the background having a real connection and real value to you. And I hope you've enjoyed seeing something from my old hometown. So now you've seen all that, make immediate changes. Practice like a doctor practices, on real people, on real calls. And watch out for the positive impact that all of this is immediately having.